Don't pay your rent. Don't pay your rent. Let's wait out and see what's going to happen with Iran, because you don't want to pay a full month in advance if we're not even going to be here, you know? Like.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Well, the fear-mongering, the liberal lies, the delusions, it just continues. Here we go again. I picked some real winners for you guys this time. Let's get into it.
I just saw somebody make an argument online that said that the people who get sent to Alligator Alcatraz, or whatever the fuck they're calling it, all they have to do is work and then they'll get their citizenship. And I feel like we're forgetting that Auschwitz literally has a sign in the front of the camp that says "Work will set you free" in German. Are we fucking forgetting that? And this is one of those things that I think is absolutely disgusting, and I will never stop fucking talking about it, because there is no way in hell you guys cannot be that fucking obtuse to not see the correlation. You can't. You're choosing not to see the correlation. You bitches would have told on Anne Frank. So.
If you support Alligator Auschwitz, you're a piece of shit. Who said that? I fucking said that. I did. You want me to write it down for you? Oh wait, you're fucking illiterate. The facilities are overcrowded. They're inadequate. They're unsanitary. They're not safe. They don't have food. They're being forced into physical labor. What the fuck does that sound like to you?
Potentially hot take. If you are praising Alligator Alcatraz, you're a shitty person. All right? You're ugly on the inside. Jesus don't like that. No. No.
No, because I actually find it hysterical how a lot of Republicans and Trump supporters like to say that colleges and universities brainwash their students to be liberal, when it's like, have they ever just stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, that people that graduate college and are educated with a degree are more likely to lean liberal because they're smarter? Just a thought. I can't with y'all. I really can't.
No one ever in the world deserves to get eaten by alligators. Brian Koberger is not facing the death penalty, and you want asylum seekers and farm workers to get eaten by alligators? Go to hell.
So today on my morning walk, there was a gentleman putting a flag outside of his house. American flag, of course. And he's all decked out wearing his red, white, and blue. And he looks at me and he says, "Happy 4th." And I look at him and I say, "No, thank you."
Shame on me, you guys. No, really, like, shame on me. It's my bad. I really thought that the overwhelming amount of comments on a video saying I'm not celebrating 4th of July would be like, duh, of course we're not. What do you mean? Like, I genuinely thought there might be 20% of people who were mad that I made a comment about not celebrating 4th of July, which, by the way, I didn't say it mean to her. I said it with a smile. I said, like, I was just being snarky for the video. I said, I'm not celebrating. And she was like, "Oh, okay, well, have a good weekend." And I was like, "You too." And that was it. So, God forbid I make a video. But shame on me for thinking that most people, regardless of who you voted for, let's just say it, if you voted for Trump, I really thought that by now, where things are going right now, how things are right now, you guys would be like, "I can't believe I voted for him. I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. This is so embarrassing. This is awful. This is sick." But I was wrong. This is why I said I'm not celebrating when somebody said happy 4th of July. Because, number one, I'm sure she was just trying to be nice, but I was really shocked by her saying that. But now I'm even more shocked of all these comments I'm getting on this stupid fucking video.
These liberals truly do live in a very self-involved bubble. They truly think that everybody else, in their mind with common sense, thinks the way that they do. So what she's complaining about here is she posted up a TikTok video that I have not seen. I've only seen this video from her. And she thought people in the comments were all gonna be like, "Well, yeah, hell no. We're not gonna celebrate 4th of July. Who would want to do that? There's nothing to celebrate." I'm assuming from the way that she made it sound that a whole bunch of people are like, "Well, you're an idiot then." We're celebrating. You stay home if you want. Truth is, 2 liberals that stayed home and did not celebrate, you did everybody a favor. You all just would have been a big old downer. But the reality has kicked you guys in the ass here. You guys, I've said it several times, you guys are just a loud minority. You're not the majority. You're the minority. And honestly speaking, you think that you guys would catch on by now. I mean, on the 4th of July, weren't you guys supposed to have this No Kings 2.0 protest? I didn't hear a single peep about that. I guess the turnout wasn't so great this time around now, was it? You guys got a good swift kick in the ass of reality on July 4th. You guys are not the majority. You need to get with the program here. No matter how many protests you guys string together, no matter how many videos you guys post up online, it's not making a difference. It's making a difference between yourselves. You guys are making yourselves have this illusion that you guys are making a difference here. When in reality, this isn't going to do a thing. Trump's time in office is going to go down as probably the best presidential term in history. And you guys all look at that like, well, you guys are all racist to actually think that. No, not at all. He is defending your country. He's got respect back on the world stage. You guys are sitting there and you actually truly believe on the world stage that the United States is being laughed at. You guys could not be any more incorrect. He's putting his citizens first, and that even actually includes you selfish liberals. Maybe what you guys should try is getting your heads out of your asses, get on board, and actually try putting your country first for a change.
MAGA is so funny to have a conversation with because obviously a lot of us are upset that we voted with innocent children in mind. And now a ton of them are now dead, unfortunately, because there was no early warnings because of what our diapering president did. And when all their kids are gonna die from not having Medicaid, we're also gonna be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have voted for this. And they're gonna be like, don't make it political. It is political. It's all political. Those are the people that you voted for. Those are the choices that you knew that they were gonna make. And now your choices are coming back to affect you. No sane person on this app is saying that those children deserve to die. Every sane person is saying that we voted with them in mind and you did not. And it's unfortunate that you didn't vote with them in mind, because this is what happens when you don't vote with innocent people in mind.
If you're married to a straight white man, what are they doing right now? Are they being loud about the injustices going on in our country and around the world? Are they doing the work to uncenter themselves in our society? Are they having the hard conversations with their friends? If we're going to change this world, it's going to take everyone. But it's going to take the people that benefit the most from the society, talking about colonialism, capitalism, white supremacy, heaven forbid their emotions. Are they doing the work, and how are they contributing to a better world?
Hey, so who is going to tell me how fucking amazing cats are? Like, I'm obsessed. I can't get enough of them. I'm obsessed. Everyone should go get a fucking cat and rescue one right now.
If they're gonna keep finding men not guilty of crimes that they're committing against women, they better start finding us not guilty when we fucking shoot them.
Happy 4th of July. Me and my friends just lost our health care because of Trump. So now we have no insurance and my friend has to pay $60 for a 14-day supply of insulin. That could have been free. But yeah, happy 4th of July, everyone.
Quick and hearty fuck you to everyone in my life who voted for Donald Trump. I hate you. I'm going to lose the health care that literally keeps me alive, and that's your fault. So, eat dirt and die, trash.
Hey, honeys. Republicans, don't you worry. We're going to let you have this big, beautiful bill. Don't worry, we're going to let you have it. Enjoy it. Because in 2 more years, the Democrat takes back the House. Don't you worry about that. Because all the representatives that voted for that bill, no matter what, you will be held for accountability come election time. Remember that. Because guess what? When you take away food from children, when you take away SNAP benefits from parents, when you take health care away from the people that need it the most, and you want to say that you're not going to do taxes on tips, or you're not going to tax Social Security, but then you put into the bill, it's like a different separation, and it's not a tax break, but it's going to be tax. But then at the end of the year that you can go back on your W-2 forms and redo it. What? You guys will suffer the loss of your votes come 2026 election. Just remember that. So enjoy it now.
Okay, so this fine young lady here is obviously quite misinformed. And she's kind of creepy too. First of all, one thing to make clear to all of you liberals out there, all you Democrats out there, all you far lefties, you guys are not getting the House back in 2026. That goes without saying. The Democrats' approval rating is rock bottom low. It's terrible. Trump's approval rating, I mean, you guys disapprove of it, but Trump's approval rating is at an all-time high. So with her big bad threat of, you know, all the people that voted for this bill, you'll be held accountable in 2026. First of all of the Democrats voted against the bill. So are you stating that these Democrat left-leaning voters are not going to vote for the Republican senators? I mean, they weren't going to vote for them anyways, but everybody else that's on the right, conservatives are happy, Republicans are happy. People that voted for Trump are really happy. I'm pretty sure in 2026, that map that was really red, 86% red, I'm pretty sure it's going to get even a little bit more red. And come 2028, it's going to get even a little bit more red. I've said it before about codifying voter ID into law. Trump will be able to do that on a federal level. He might not be able to do it on a state level. So come 2026, your little blue areas will probably be able to still pull your same trickery and your shenanigans. But once again, what you liberals need to realize is that you are a loud minority. Majority of the public in the United States, they like what's going on. Normalcy is being returned to your country. Law and order is being brought back to your country. Closed borders are back to your country. So come 2026, 2028, believe me, nobody on the right is worried about a thing. And they will still go with the theory of too big to rig. They will not take any chances against you guys. Because the last thing the country needs is more people with woke ideology running things. And in closing here, a word of advice to this creepy lady and any other liberal that wants to make videos like this. If you're going to try and fear-monger with the big beautiful bill, read the big beautiful bill and actually know what you're talking about, because the last 20 seconds of her video made no sense whatsoever. She had no clue what she was talking about. She was simply trying to repeat fear-mongering lines that she's heard. And if she didn't know what the hell she was talking about, how's anybody that's watching her video supposed to actually take what she's saying seriously? Because I didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. So another gaslighting failure from the left, but I hope you guys keep them coming because they are quite entertaining.
One Indian hacker that probably has my Apple ID account and watches every new video I take, and I just want to say, like, do you pray for me? Because I could really use it. I could really use it. I don't know how anyone else is doing it, but if you could just send like $100, I could really use it right now. I lost my wallet. I don't know what to do.
You hear all those Class A misdemeanors going off? That's right, most of y'all lighting off fireworks tonight are doing so without a permit, and that's a Class A misdemeanor, which is the same level of violation as somebody seeking asylum and crossing the border without paperwork. You know, the same people that you think deserve to be ripped from their families. Happy 4th.
So when that lady said we're all gonna die, did everyone's brains kind of like, I understand public hangings now. You know? Like, I never, growing up, I was like, why did the people gather for these things? And then that lady said, well, everyone dies. And I went, oh, I get it now.
Morning. Just a reminder that after July 4th, air quality is at a really unhealthy level, especially in Los Angeles. So wear your really cute mask if you have to go outside.
Today is Sunday, church day. So a lot of people walking out of church today after they worshiped God, yes. After they prayed for whoever, yes. And then they go home and celebrate alligators eating immigrants. Makes sense.
Let it be known, let the record show. I don't care what you guys think of me. I'm exactly who I want to be right now. And I don't give a fuck.
I'm Cayman, and I'm on EBT, and that upsets a lot of people. But guess what? To the people that are upset, you got your wish! They're cutting EBT. Just to clarify a few things real quick. I work 50-plus hour weeks. I am disabled. I lost my family and my home at age 19. And I get like $178 a month to use on groceries, and that's being cut entirely. You know what else hasn't been covered for a while? My testosterone. It's been $62 per week out of pocket, which is why I haven't been on it for months. It's causing health issues, it's causing hormonal problems. It's really not a good thing all around. I'm also on Medicaid. Medicaid is on the line to be cut. If I don't have health insurance, that's even more money out of pocket. So you know what I'm not doing this year? I'm not paying taxes because this government does not represent me. No taxation without representation. If you guys aren't willing to pay as a community to help people like me and people who are different from you, then people like us aren't going to be willing to help you either. I'm already doing all I can to take care of myself, and it's incredibly difficult. I can't try much harder because I'm expending all of my energy doing this, so that's part of why I make extra money here on TikTok. By the way, if you're still here, thank you for all the interaction you can give, because I'm trying to leave this country, and making money on here could really help with that. So, bye-bye! Hope you guys have fun without our tax dollars.
Hi, Cayman. Let me try and help you out here. For starters, either you're a complete liar or you're just an idiot. You claim that you're losing your EBT and you claim that you're losing your Medicaid, yet you are exempt on two parts here. For one, you claim to be disabled. If you are legitimately disabled, then you're exempt. For two, you claim that you work 50+ hours a week. Once again, you're exempt. You only have to work or do community service for 20 hours a week, 80 hours a month. You claim that you're doing 200 hours of work per month. You're okay. So your EBT and your Medicaid both aren't going anywhere. And even if they were, it is July of 2025. You'd have till December of 2026 to figure this out. You'd still have 17 months. So your EBT is going nowhere in present time. But I would state, because I do find it a little bit odd, you guys correct me if there's just something I'm not aware of here. If you're working 50 hours a week and your EBT is $178, I believe she said, why would you even need EBT if you're doing 200 hours of work a month? I do understand the cost of living is tough right now, especially if this individual is living by themselves. That's a whole different story, right? But is that normal where you can work full-time, even more than full-time, 10 hours over full-time, and the government would still have to give you EBT? You guys fill me in the comments below. But back to Cayman here. You claim you have a disability, you're working 50 hours a week, you're good. What my issue would be, and I 100% agree with the government here, is not covering your testosterone. If you can afford $62 a week to make your dreams come true, why on earth should the taxpayer have to do that for you? And with the fact that you have not had your testosterone in weeks because you can't afford to do so and it's causing health issues and hormonal problems, that could also have to do with the fact that you were a biological female at birth and God never intended for you to inject testosterone into your body. You see, you can't cosplay when it comes to Mother Nature. She will constantly remind you of that because no matter how much you want to live this dream that you are a man, your body will never produce testosterone naturally. You will have to inject testosterone into your system for the rest of your life if this is what you really wanted to do. So either that comes out of your pocket for the rest of your life, or you're expecting taxpayers to do that for you for the rest of your life. And this just doesn't go for you. This goes for other people that have this delusion that they can be the opposite sex of which they were born. And you expect taxpayers, like you want to put the burden on people that do not even believe in this and that do not even know you. Now, I know when it comes to healthcare, that's how taxes do work. It's taxpayer funded. We do fund each other's health. But to the common eye, the fact that you want to switch your biological sex, we don't look at that like that's healthcare. We see that as a mental illness, and there's a different type of treatment that you need. Not testosterone. So if the government's not going to be covering your testosterone shots and your strategy is, hey, I'm not going to pay taxes in, no taxation without representation, if you guys are not going to financially help the trans community in the form of taxes, and the trans community is going to withhold their taxes and not help the general public back. If I'm correct, the trans community said it themselves, they go anywhere from 1% to 2% of the population here in the West, right? I'm pretty sure that the other 98 to 99% of taxpayers will be absolutely fine without that 1% to 2% of taxes. I mean, let's be honest here. Gender affirming care, which you guys call it, we call it mutilation, was really only covered, from what I'm aware, like under the Biden administration, right? I don't think the previous Trump administration was covering it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was really only a thing under Biden. So for those of you out there that were getting a free ride, you kind of must have had the idea it was just going to be a temporary thing, right? I mean, back in the day, before so much of the young crowd was actually indoctrinated into this ideology, we used to call somebody that was transitioning, that was just called a sex change back in the day. They weren't calling it transitioning. It wasn't a journey. They were just going through a surgery. That's really all it is. It's a surgery. And when we were calling them sex changes, they were pretty far and few in between, and there's no way in hell the government was putting one red penny on that. It all came out of pocket. Keep in mind here, the subject at hand that we're talking about is gender dysphoria. So there is treatment that should be taxpayer funded. It's just probably not the treatment that you guys want. But at the end of the day, to the trans community here, a lot of you have chosen to step away from faith. A lot of you maybe never even had faith, never were a religious person, but you've chosen to believe that, hey, God isn't real, Christianity's a cult, and there's a reason for that, because your community is living a life of sin, and you cannot justify living a life of sin if you believe in God. But in the back of your minds, many of you know this is not right, and you'll be constantly reminded for the remainder of your life of just how real God is, simply by the fact that your body will never take to the transition that you're going through. There will be physical hiccup after hiccup after hiccup. Mother Nature is the biggest piece in play when it comes to God's big, beautiful plan, and you cannot cosplay with Mother Nature. All right, guys, that's it for this one. If you guys like this type of content and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If not, if you can like the video, share the video, interact with it in one way or another, that'll be greatly appreciated. And until then, I shall see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys.
Our worth as human beings is not measured by how productive we are for the American government. Our worth as human beings is not measured by how many hours we worked this week. Our worth as human beings is not measured by how many income taxes I paid last year, okay? Our worth as human beings is not measured by how many hours we slaved away for the American government. Our worth is not measured by how productive we can be for the American government, okay? You thinking that I am only worthy of Medicaid because I paid enough income taxes is fucking insane. Sorry, hold on. It's awful. It's terrible. That is what they want. That's all they want. They just want you to wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, die. That's all they want you to do, and you're perpetuating it. Your talking point is perpetuating that, okay? Nothing is going to change if we continue to think that our worth is measured by how productive we are for the American government tax system. Knock it the fuck off.